Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Discover a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
Being a marketer's no sweat. You just have to manage dozens of channels, launch hundreds of campaigns, score thousands of leads, and okay, fine, it's a lot of sweat. Unless you have HubSpot's AI-powered marketing tools to help you do all that and more. Get started at HubSpot.com/marketers.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey y'all, I'm JJ.
Hey guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests to share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like, it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out Real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday.
It's been a minute.
It's been some Fridays have passed, and a new Friday is upon us, and we're here pretending like we've never left.
And also, like, this episode came out last week. No, it came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So if you are popping in here for the first time, you're going to be extra fucking confused.
Yeah, just don't start here.
Meander on to another episode. Start with a Thursday or a Monday episode. To give you the rundown, this is the episode that comes out after we have done But Am I Wrong? So we usually will just read the results from the episode that happened the week prior. But because our timeline is a little bit different, this week we're reading from the prior.
Mm-hmm. But this is Friday.
Wow. Are you classically trained? Like, that was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
She's classically trained in fisting.
Throat work. Anyway,
Oh my
so
God. First of all, that would be a painful fucking like major to have. Like, imagine like, oh yeah, I'm majoring in throat work, and it's like, wow. So you're constantly hoarse, constantly raspy.
Well, my throat is a little raspy right now.
Okay.
But
Got
that's
fucked
just
by a
from
ghost last night.
a dream, I wish. But no, just from screaming at a bachelorette party.
Did you woo a lot?
Yeah.
You were a woo girl? I could tell
But I did
in
it
that statement. You were
ironically.
like, I am a little, but
I did it ironically though.
yeah. So you knew it was ironic.
Me and
Gabe.
Gabe was more into it than I was. Me and her name is Michelle. And she is Allison's fiance's best friend. And she and I, like the first day we met, which was months ago, like we hit it off real. Yeah. And so like we would, it was funny. Both of us would say things under our breath and then look at each other and be like,
That's the comrade you need in those
Yes.
moments. Like that is like that is truly the most valuable person in any room to me. Like I'm like, when we're on the same page, and have you ever tried to do that to someone and then they're like, what? And you're like, oh, never mind. You're like, it's not this. I thought I was picking up those vibes. No, not so much. Wow.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
On this Fisting Friday, we'll be reading results from episode 50 of episode 65.
This is 65. I was like, that was 15 episodes ago.
I think I just made that up. Like, Melissa wasn't looking at me, and there's no video recording for this, but like, I don't even think I was reading it. Like, I think I just said it.
I was like, I made a face and looked back and I was like, I don't think that's right.
No, it's not. It is 65. So first up was me. And my hot take was blind items are fucked. 1% said I was wrong. 99% said I was not wrong.
And then me, Kate Campbell, aka In Your Company, thoughts on how we track violence by putting the blame on the victim. 0% said that I was wrong. 100% said I was not wrong. And I got a lot of DMs from people that were like, never even thought about it this way.
We both had that same reaction. We both heard it for the first time too. Then we have writer number 1 versus brother's girlfriend who posts responses to the writer's Instagram posts. 14% said the writer is wrong and 86% said the writer is not wrong. I like wish someone wrote in about this one. Like I also want to know what the updates are. Like I want to know what's happening because, you know, I think this shit is like, I would love to hear the other side too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, it's one of those things that I'm like, is the person who wrote in like totally like off base, or is like what do we not, or is it the other person? Like, how are they justifying and like rationalizing this as like,
I think
totally
they're
normal thing?
justifying it by thinking they're protecting their boyfriend, who is the writer's brother.
Yeah, but
does it make sense? No, but I think that's, do think from what we heard, I think that's why they're doing it.
My favorite thing about like passive aggressive like tweets or like social media things is like you feel like you're definitely like really fucking doing something, but in reality, like unless the other person cares, it's just like, okay, so you went on Twitter, like, okay, like, and what? Like there's just like it's very much like all bark no bite sort of a thing, which it's always a funny gossip.
Then we've got writer number 2 versus friend they want to block. 32% said the writer is wrong. 68% said the writer is not wrong. The writer wrote in.
Do you want me to read that one? Because you screenshot the other two?
Sure.
Did you screenshot the other two?
I did.
Okay. So this is the only one that I found. They wrote in and said, hi, this was me, LOL. Thank you for the advice. I do just want to clarify that I think I misspoke. I wasn't wanting to block her in the way that she would notice, so I guess it was more accurate to say that I wanted to mute or unfollow her, which I did. But you guys were right. It didn't really help me accomplish what I wanted because I still wanted to know what was going on in her life. So then I would manually go check her pages like every day to check, and that made me feel really obsessive and weird because frankly, I was kind of acting that way. But I do think that the active choice to unfollow her was helpful in me finally processing, or at least beginning to process, my grief over the end of our friendship, because I definitely was using the unfollowing to avoid my feelings about it, like Megan had said. But it kind of did the opposite and really made me examine and question why I even wanted to be friends with her. And the truth is, maybe I don't. I think that I've excused a lot of her really shitty behavior towards me for years, and I'm just now seeing past the loyalty lenses. I think that I would still be thrilled if we could become friends, but I finally acknowledged that the friendship that we had in the past was not a good one. We haven't had a conversation in months, and I may be interested in instigating one in the future, but I'm no longer going into it with the motive of expecting a friendship in return. So thanks for calling me out tenderly, but it was necessary. Also, so sorry, this is so long. A lot of really like acute and like astute observations of that. Like that's great. Like even like you said, saying like running away from those feelings about it. I'm like, well, no, you didn't. You were confronted by them and you've processed them. Or beginning to process.
Right.
Then we have writer number 3 versus the friend who left the caller alone in a club. 2% said the writer is wrong. 98% said the friend is wrong. I have so many questions about the people who said the writer is wrong. Like, that had to have been a misclick. Like, can you imagine being like the advocate for, like, no, I'm really pro leaving your friend alone in like, I'm like ditching friends in clubs. Like, I think I love that. That's my favorite activity.
Or they're the person that's doing it.
That's what I mean. Like, bring it back.
Their
like,
favorite activity.
Fucking, like, it's a great time. I have a great time. I don't know why everyone's fucking complaining. Like, sure, I left them at a fucking club.
Whatever. They look like they were having fun. I didn't want to interrupt their fun.
Yeah, no, so I just like dip. Like, as someone who like would be miserable, like hates fucking clubs, if someone like left me, I've spent time looking for you. Like, I'm here longer than I even wanted to be.
Yeah. All right. And then we've got writer number 4 versus boyfriend who isn't in love with her anymore. 24% said the writer is wrong, and 76% said the boyfriend is wrong. Somebody wrote, I think this is a miscommunication by the boyfriend and writer of what they mean by in love. I think he means the butterflies and maybe more of a lust feeling. I think he is wrong just the way it was delivered. I think there is a better way he could have explained, even though the question seemed to set it up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought and what I said. Mm-hmm. Okay, then we have our wrong of the weeks. And I nominated The Weeknd and Sam Levinson, and 99% said these fucks are wrong, and 1% said these fucks are not wrong. So, I've got questions about those people. I'm hoping that you also voted wrong. But they officially have like a release date, right? Or like it was a premiere or something. You texted me right after.
At South by.
I thought it premiered at like South by adjacent. Maybe it was South by. But yeah.
All right. Gosh. And then we've got my wrong of the week pick was principal/coach Philip Coons. 100% said the coach is wrong. 0% said the coach is not wrong.
And I would also like to defend my comment about disliking thick necks. Thick necks are made by this idea that's make men look manlier. So they work out their traps, which is a muscle that does not need to be that large, and it's meant to look intimidating. And they also do steroids. So that is what this is. It's not me body shaming someone. Also, if I wanted to body shame that man, I would find other ways to do it.
Someone had a great comment, but I will not share it.
It's also the shirt. Maybe that's what my thick neck distrust comes from, was the thumbs wearing t-shirts.
I don't know what this is.
Spy Kids.
Never seen it.
I know. The biggest hurdle we've had to get over in our friendship is the fact that you've never seen Spy Kids. Have you seen Saved?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him if he had watched it, but I was like so excited that I thought I figured out one that he hadn't seen. And I was like, oh. And he's like, no, I've seen it. I was like, God damn it. It's fine.
Saved is very good.
It is. I want to see who made that. I should look that up. What else they've made.
I feel like I know.
I feel like it's going to be someone who's done something.
Actually, you know what? I watched that, like the director's cut, and that's why I know the name. But he's done, Weeds.
Okay.
Pushing Daisies, all things that I like.
Those are pretty popular. Wasn't Pushing Daisies, or was it Weeds the one that everybody was like has been renowned as like one of the shows that people were like very like as it got canceled too early before its time?
It was the writer's strike. That's what it was.
Yes.
It was one of the shows that fell because of the writer's strike.
Did you watch Quinta on SNL?
No, because I wasn't here.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet either. But I did see a clip of it, and it apparently people are saying that it's like one of the funniest episodes they've had in a while. Very happy.
Me too. Should we tease our thoughts on the new format for?
Oh, yeah.
Because this will come out this Friday.
That's a good idea. So we would like to pose a proposition. We'd like to proposition you all. Mm-hmm. Send you or let you know of an idea that we've been toying around with. And that is to intermittently, instead of doing the typical format of But Am I Wrong? We talked about way before we even did this podcast. We talked about doing like movie recaps or doing like things where we like watch old like Disney Channel movies or like things that the other hasn't seen. Mm-hmm. And we're not talking Oscar award winning things.
No. Like, we're talking about nostalgia things that made us happy when we were younger.
And honestly, we could even do things like specific episodes of a TV show that are like, oh, this like shaped me, and like niche references and things or things that just matter. Because Melissa and I watch a lot of the same stuff now. Yeah. But we didn't watch a lot of the same stuff in our youth. So during
different spectrums of the millennial. You're a younger millennial. I'm a middle millennial.
That is true. And that means that you had the better outfits. Like I think about the 2000s and the fact that like I was just dressing in my little crop tops and like my little thoughty outfits and like when I was like 10, and I wish I had that era in high school. You know, like it would have just been so much more fun. Platform like sandals. Like I was like, oh, I want all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So we've thought about and discussed amongst ourselves that during the times where we're both like really like overwhelmed with other work, this podcast takes a good deal of prep
and mental energy.
Yeah. And like, so does Don't Blame Me. And we record them on the same day. And so this one, there's like not really any kind of like emotional break when we don't really have the bandwidth to give more of that. And so we don't want to just skip episodes or kind of like half-ass it. So we've been talking about for those time periods, just watching a movie and like talking about it and sharing it, or some of those old TV shows, but giving you not the most casual level that we'll talk about in like our random TV recaps, like not just that. It'll definitely be more like we watched this thing, we both watched it, and we're going to talk about it. Like let's say Spy Kids finally, I get her to fucking watch, and we talk about all of that shit, like that kind of a thing. So,
but we would maybe do it in the same way that we do. But am I wrong? Like this is my hot take from this movie, and then have y'all share some of your thoughts about it, and then we'll propose that, and then at the end we'll give like the enemy of the movie our thoughts, our personal thoughts. It might not be the actual villain of the movie.
Yeah. And we can also do like enemy of the movie can be an actor who we fucking hate. Like, let's just say Chris Pratt is in the movie and we like the character, but enemy of the film, Chris Pratt, you know?
Yeah.
Or if it happens to be a Harvey Weinstein produced flick.
Right.
So I think that could be fun, and it's still interactive in that sense. And then in the weeks that we do that for the Fisting Friday, we can read those results again, and then your thoughts and feelings and things you've talked about. And, you know, maybe we do like the fun facts and things that we know, like the random things that we'll know, like we'll watch TV shows or movies now and be like, what do I recognize this person from?
Yeah.
Or it'll be like, oh my God, Shonda wrote this, like, or something. Like there's always some of those fun things too that I think we tend to, I don't want to be like, oh, because we're like in Hollywood, but we tend to we tend to be interested by those like little fun facts and noticing those things. And
I love that even when I was a young chap. I would be on IMDb Pro, or not Pro, but just IMDb.
She was a child. She was fucking paying that yearly fee, that annual fee to get it. Hey, you know, that's a good time. That's a good fucking time. So we would love to hear your thoughts on that. We just want to make sure that we are still putting out, we're not spreading ourselves too thin, because then, you know, we love our podcast, but we do have to prioritize projects that make us
a little bit more cheddar and aren't as, you know, I mean,
draining.
Draining, because there's some things like, well, we're researching stuff, it's just, you know,
depressing.
It's depressing.
Yeah. Especially right now. Like, I just feel like everything's extra depressing. So that's our proposition. I hope you take us up on the offer. And if you don't, we'll probably still do it anyway.
Yep. But I think people will enjoy it.
I think so too. Is that a hiccup?
It was. Just by the way that your body shook, it looked like a hiccup. But did it feel like a hiccup?
I don't know. But it also didn't feel like, it felt like a solo endeavor. Felt like a one-man mission. Like, I wake up with hiccups like almost every morning.
You gotta relax them vocal cords.
Is that why? Like in the night?
It's contractions.
It's another thing where people's gonna be like, yeah, you definitely have sleep apnea. I'm like, but I don't snore. And they're like, you don't need sleep apnea. You don't need to snore to have sleep apnea.
All right. So hope that you enjoyed this as much as we did.
I hope it was good for you. Sexually, emotionally. I thought you were playing like porn music.
Well, it popped up on my phone when I was trying to exit out of Instagram. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast, and with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple Podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a founder of the Go Kid Go Network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. Look for The Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Merry Christmas, everybody. My name is Eric Peterson. I'm here with my good buddy,
Danny Jordan.
And we are the co-hosts of the Chris. Let me try that again. Merry Christmas, everybody. My name is Eric Peterson. I'm here with my good buddy,
Danny Jordan.
And we are the hosts of Christmas Countdown Show.
We're so thrilled to be bringing the merriment to you all this holiday season.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be massively merry, gigantically jolly, fantastically festive, as some people might say, Eric. We are all about alliterations, and we are all about Christmas spirit. On Christmas Countdown, we love to count down our top 10 favorite things related to the holiday season. That could be food, movies, music, everything that we all love about this massively merry good time. So wherever you get your podcasts, make sure you click that subscribe button. Eric, are you ready?
I am ready, and we hope that you are too. Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's go. It should be like, let's go, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.